Marriage is a union between two people who come together to offer companionship, trust, care, and love for each other. So, when these two people come together, they have to acknowledge that they both come with a story of their own, the story of their family of origin. And as I mentioned in my first video about family, whatever happens in our family system does affect us. So we carry those stories, those traumas, those happy and sad stories. Anything that has happened in our family is part of our story, and likewise is part of our partner's or our husband or wife's story. So when we come together, that's the first thing we must acknowledge, that even though we are at equal footing in our marriage, we are at different footing at the same time, because the stories of our family of origin are different. And as long as we can acknowledge that, then what happens is that we can accept the other person better. We can accept the other person with the knowledge that they come from a different background, different story, and different family of origin. Number two, here also there is a bit of a hierarchy. Once the union is made, the union of marriage or partnership is created, then that union takes precedence, or that union is at a higher level in the hierarchy of our life. So our family of origin is where we belong, but then the new family, the union that we are creating, is where our priorities are, without forgetting to take care of people from our family of origin. So it's not like we're going to forget them, but this new union is really, really important to us. And the other thing is, in our family of origin, there are many of our needs that haven't been met, or we haven't got enough love, we haven't gotten enough care. For example, we should not be looking for them in our partners. They are not with us to fulfill the need that we couldn't fulfill in our other relationships. So they are our partners. Whatever expectations are from a partner, those are the only things that they are there to meet, to, as I said, take care of us, to trust us, to be trusted by us, to be together in our hardships and in our happiness and our sorrow. It's a life journey. They are not in our lives to come and then fulfill the role of our family member that we have left behind. Because when we start to expect something, for example, when I start to expect what I didn't get from my father or what I didn't get from my mother in my partner, then that creates harmony. The other thing that I have experienced myself is that we all keep growing and we all keep developing if our environment is feasible. So chances are that our partners will also be growing and developing. So while we absolutely expect our children to grow, we somehow feel disheartened, surprised, sometimes not happy when we see our partners growing into a different person. They will, because growth is inevitable in majority of cases when the environment is good, as in if they are getting enough challenge either outside of the house or in the house, and if they are getting supported, they will be growing into a different person. We will be growing into a different person. So it's very important for us to acknowledge each other and to allow each other to grow into a different person, different from who we met when we got into this union. And I think that's the beauty of this kind of relationship, this adult companionship, is that we will be growing up together and we will be a witness to each other's growth. I have seen that in my marriage and it has been wonderful, not without its challenges, but it has definitely been wonderful to see each other grow and develop into very, very different people, while absolutely maintaining our companionship at the same time. The other thing that I have noticed, and I feel like it's very important for us to understand, is a marriage is literally like, we are the two pillars of a temple. We are together, but we are independent of each other. So we have our own needs and wants and desires and ambitions, and all of that are very, very individual, very, very unique. Just because we are in a union or a relationship doesn't mean that we have to do what the other person is doing, and vice versa. So we have to be independent of each other and we have to be together in this life journey. So these are the rules that I have learned. Number one, that we both have our separate family of origin and we both carry our stories from there, and those stories are different. So we must acknowledge that we should not expect either party to be like each other, because we cannot be. We have a completely different story when we met. Number two is allowing each other to grow and develop into whoever we have the potential to grow and develop in. Number three, we should not expect our partners to fulfill the needs that were not fulfilled in our family of origin. It's a different kind of relationship. So with that acknowledgement and with that understanding, I have been continuing my relationship and my companionship in my marriage, and it has been a wonderful experience. And I hope that you are all looking into your marriages and checking out if you are doing all these things or if you are following. And yes, very important that you cannot do it alone. So the companionship is between two people, so both of them. And because it's an adult relationship, I have also mentioned before, every adult relationship can only be harmonious if the giving and receiving are completely equal. So in the husband and wife relationship, the giving and receiving should be at equal footing for it to work. If one of them is only taking from you, or if one of them is only giving to you, that marriage will not work, or at least one person will always be unhappy in the marriage. So for both of you to be happy and to have a infinitely blissful married life, these are some of the basics that I have been following, that I have been learning about, and also I have been observing, and so far they all hold up. So I wish you all the very best in your own companionship. Write to me, send me your feedback if you disagree, and if you have any other views, please let me know.